Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. So it's actually like super rainy and cold here in California, which is kind of weird this time of year. So I'm just having like a super chill day, and I have been working all day long on the Canter Challenge because I'm so excited about it. So the Canter Challenge officially starts on May 1st, which May 1st is already on Thursday. Can you believe that? I can't believe it's already May. So there's a few days left to come and sign up for the Canter Challenge. Although I definitely recommend signing up a couple days early so that you can kind of see everything that's in there and get planning a little bit for the month ahead. So if you're watching here live, say hello in the chat. I would love to hear from you. And I wanted to talk, first of all, a little bit on like the backstory of the Canter Challenge, like why I'm doing a 30-day Canter Challenge and what it is all about. And let me know in the comments if you struggle with your canter, like if cantering was hard for you to learn how to do, or if you had a horse that was difficult to pick up a lead or difficult to canter, or it was scary. I mean, let's face it, I think that cantering is definitely scary for a lot of us. And what I've noticed since I've been doing like YouTube videos and online training for 7 years now is that anytime I post a video about cantering, everyone like goes crazy about it. So my first viral video, like the first video that I did that got over 100,000 views, was how to sit the canter. And so because of that, because I noticed like, gosh, there's so much struggle with the canter. Like, how do you do the transition? How do you ask? What are the aids? What should your body be doing in the canter? And no horse is born with like a perfectly round and balanced canter, and no rider is born knowing how to sit the canter, or knowing the timing of the aid, or how to ask, or how to set your horse up for the canter. And so that's why I was like, I have to do a 30-day canter challenge to really teach you the right way to canter your horse, the right steps to go through, all the prerequisites that you need, the correct timing, the correct aid, the correct rider position, different patterns and exercises to set you and your horse up for success. So I've kind of like compiled all of that together. I'm also doing live trainings every single week. And what's super fun about these 30-day challenges is that we give away prize money. So we're giving away $10,000 to the top transformations, which is always like super fun. And this is our sixth 30-day challenge. We have 30 days to round. Let me know in the comments if you've ever done one of our challenges before. We did 30 days to round. We did a sitting trot challenge. We did a rider position challenge. So Canter Challenge is going to be very fun as well. But what's super cool about the 30-day challenges is that they're like this condensed period of time where you're focusing and you're working really hard and you're learning and you're practicing. And then, of course, after the 30 days, you continue on that trend. That's the hope. Because we all know that training is like a long, slow, consistent process. But the idea with these 30-day challenges is it's like, okay, it's spring and summer's coming and you have big goals for your horses this year. And so now is the time to really like kick off your spring and kick off your new year. And yeah, so once again, if you're watching here live, say hello in the chat. Let me know how the weather is. Like I said, it's super cold and rainy here in California today. Okay, so a few success stories. First of all, we've already had some people sign up for the 30-day canter challenge. And I had one student in there who was like, I haven't cantered in like a year because I had a bad experience. And I did your exercises and I set my horse up and I took a deep breath and I had the best canter ever. And that made me so happy because the canter challenge is really about helping you to ride the canter of your dreams. And that's different for everyone, but at the end of the day, we want to have fun. We want to enjoy our horses. We want to we want to stay safe. And I know that with the canter challenge and like the step-by-step process in the canter challenge, that is going to get you there. So that was super exciting. Another one in the Canter Challenge, as an additional add-on, there's ride along podcasts where I take you through like step by step. There's one that's just for walk and trot or like getting ready to the canter. And so that's really fun because you can listen and ride along. And I talk you through, how to set up for the canter, what to do if things don't go the way you planned. But like I said, we've had thousands of students do our 30-day challenges before. And I'm always amazed at the end to see the transformations. And the transformations come, of course, from consistency, right? From dedication and getting out there and doing something with your horse every single day. But sometimes you get stuck. And especially in winter, it can be really frustrating to stay consistent. So this is a great opportunity to commit to your riding and commit to your training and to get excited about it and to get some more information and exercises so that you can really make the most out of this spring and summer with your horse. And so that's what I'm excited about for the 30-day Canter Challenge. I asked for those of you who are already signed up for the 30-day Canter Challenge, let me know in the chat if you have any tips or tricks for people. But I asked some of our past students, like, what would you recommend for students coming into the 30-day Canter Challenge, how to make the most out of it? And they gave some really good tips that I want to share with you. So Molly's tip is go at your own pace. If you're feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, go back a step and confirm those exercises before moving on again. And I thought that was super advice because, it's all about the basics. And what's great about the Canter Challenge is that we start with groundwork. We start with all the trot prerequisite exercises because everything in riding is about the basics. So if you're having problem with your canter, you need to go back to the basics, like back to the trot or the walk or even groundwork and try to solve your problem there. And that's going to fix your canter problem. Betsy says, enjoy the journey. Consistency is key. The journey is not linear. And as Joellen mentioned, pick 3 things to focus on so you don't get overwhelmed. Super advice, Betsy. And that is one thing in the Canter Challenge. We have a before and after assessment, which I think is really helpful because that helps you kind of identify a starting place, what you want to focus on, and then you do the assessment again at the end of the challenge. And yeah, I mean, so much of riding and training is that like consistent dedication to it. Let's see. Stacy says, don't be afraid to submit your video. It's scary to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid of being judged. After the submission, you'll find it was super positive and supportive community. That's a great advice from Stacy. And then Kate says, I love this. Remember, this is an individual challenge. You're competing with yourself. Don't get distracted or disheartened by anyone else's apparent progress compared to your own. There will always be folks farther behind and farther along the training journey. And I think that's super advice from Kate as well. So like with these 30-day challenges, I want to make it clear you don't have to participate in the challenge part of it. So you can like do the challenge without sending in your videos to us. So if you want to win the prize money, then you have to do a before and after video and send it to us so we can compare them. But if you just want to take the course and have it be like a challenge against yourself, you can totally do that. You can go through all the exercises and come to the live sessions and ask your questions and just, go at your own pace. Plus, you have lifetime access to all the content. So even if you're like, now's not a great time, I'm not riding, I don't know if I can participate in the challenge, it is like a really good value because it's only $97. That's like less than a lesson. So now's the time to kind of like get in on all of that. And then you can just go through it at your own pace. Okay. Quick overview of how the challenge works. So basically the way that I structured the Canter Challenge is like everything that all the steps that I would go through. If I had a young horse that I was like getting ready to canter and then working on improving the transition and the balance in the canter, or if I had a student that had never cantered before. So we really start with the basics and with the groundwork, with all the trot prerequisite exercises. And we do have a division called the Trotter Trophy for those of you who are not yet cantering yet, but you'd like to. So make sure that's okay. Like if you're not cantering yet, you can absolutely sign up for the Canter Challenge and we'll help to get you ready for cantering. And then we have a section on the canter aid because so many riders mess up the aid for the canter. Like the timing is off, or they don't ask at the right place, or the horse isn't set up. So there's a whole section on the canter aid. There's a section on your rider position in the canter. And then there's a bunch of different exercises that you can do once you're in the canter. So that is, yeah, that's how the challenge works. And like I said, it starts on Thursday. Wednesday is the last day to sign up. If you're on my email list, we will send you some reminder emails, but definitely I recommend signing up a few days early so that you can print out the calendar and your assessments and kind of get organized to kick off the challenge on May 1st. Alrighty, I'm going back to work because I'm working on my presentations for the 30-day Canter Challenge. I'm doing 4 live trainings. One's on canter biomechanics and rider position, one's on the aid, one's on exercises, one's on troubleshooting. I think I got those right. But it's going to be a super fun challenge, and I really encourage you to make the most of it, seize the moment, and I'll see you inside. All righty, bye everyone.